Welcome to Back Alley Bonsai. It has been a toasty few days here in Los Angeles. It has been pushing 90 degrees Fahrenheit pretty regularly. So I've opted to film in the late afternoon when the sun has gone down a little bit and it's not quite so toasty. Today what I'm going to be working on is this Valley live oak. I'll bring you guys in for some close-ups on this thing here in a minute. This tree I've had for a few years. It and I have had kind of a disagreeable relationship. I have tried for quite a while to get it kind of into shape and into something that I appreciate, and it is defiantly chosen not to do any of the things that I want it to do. And every time I think, oh, this is what it wants to do, this is how it's growing, and I start to kind of work towards that, it turns around and says, no, you have no idea what's going on, and then it makes some other strange decision that I don't quite understand. It's called a live oak because they do not drop their leaves. They keep their leaves all year round. They will drop older leaves and get new ones, but they keep them through the winter. They're basically evergreen trees. And I'm not going to be doing a heavy pruning on this thing. I am, though, open to suggestions for what I should do with this particular tree as far as styling goes. I am not 100% certain on it. I do not believe that there is any such thing as a hopeless tree. They're just trees with varying levels of potential. So I will bring you guys in for some close-ups of the trunk and let you guys take a look at that and hopefully get some ideas of what we got going on with this tree. And maybe you have some suggestions for how I can adjust it. Obviously, I could do a big old massive trunk chop in the wintertime, cut it way back and basically start it all over again. But you know, this trunk here, I tried to wire at one point, and then it grew out a gigantic second trunk right here, which I've cut back several times, and you know, sometimes it just shoots up. I've cut it completely off at one point. It grew another one. This is chosen to go in some strange directions over the years. I just am at a bit of a loss on this particular tree, but I really like it. It's got a lot of character, and I don't want to lose any of that, but it is not exactly the handsomest tree in the world. So yeah, there we go. All right, so because it is July, I don't want to do anything too crazy. You can see it's starting to get its second flush right now. It's starting to shoot out some new growth. So this is an okay time to do some trimming on it and hopefully stimulate some additional growth on it, get some back budding, and get some extra growth. It's, you know, shooting out all these low down suckers on this thing. It's pretty robust. So yeah, I don't really need all of these branches growing out down here at the bottom, so I'm actually just going to go through and start out just by taking those off. Clean up this trunk line a little bit. This branch is kind of new, so I'm just going to cut that off to 2 leaves and see what it does. It's a little early to be growing out a new branch right here with this big one, but again, maybe I'll take that big one off. I don't know. This one's almost too straight to be any use, and it insists on being straight despite all of my best efforts. But there's a ton of buds on this, and I might just cut it way back, you know, like here on both of them in the end. Let's see, what else do we have? All right, so here's kind of a close-up of the tree itself. And again, you can see these really crazy twists and turns in it. It is just like dealing with a petulant teenager. Every time I make an adjustment, cut something back, wire something, it just decides it knows better than me. Let's try kind of that way. Here's another angle on it. And it is very tall. So it's about a meter. That's how you can tell I've been watching too many British and Canadian bonsai shows, because I measure these things in meters. It's about 3 feet. Okay, so I'm just going to go through and do some light pruning work on this. And there are a few things that obviously I do not need, as with all of my bonsai. So I'm going to take this one and I'm going to cut this back to there. Back to there. And this one back to right here. And I'm just cutting these back to a couple of leaves and hopefully getting some stimulation on it. I almost didn't actually do a video on this tree because it is such a, there's so much going on and it's kind of embarrassing. It's a challenging tree. But I thought to myself, you know what, this is a vlog, and sometimes it's useful to show the difficult stuff and not always the good easy stuff. So I'll cut that one back as well. I'm starting to kind of shoot upwards, which isn't great. There's a bunch of growth going on here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 different branches all kind of come out of the same spot. I think I'm going to remove the stronger ones. See what I get out of that. Just take them off altogether. I'm going to cut this one back further. Got a branch down here that I don't really need. I'm going to keep the stronger of the two. Just cut that back. There's a lot of buds on this branch right here, so I can cut it way back and it'll probably shoot right back out again. So that's what I'm going to do. Leaving enough room for some dieback. And I'm just kind of hoping that maybe I'll get some branching that'll be interesting and inspire me to do something else with it. Give me an idea what this tree wants to do. And that's kind of the relationship you have with a bonsai is, it's a back and forth kind of a thing where you are basically looking at it and asking, okay, what do you want? What do you want to be? How do you want to look? And then it says, oh, I want to look this way. And you go, no, I don't think that's really the best. Maybe we could try this. And then the tree says, no, no, no. You're a crazy person. Why would you think that? So I've got this branch, which is just shooting straight up. And then this one, which is going back in towards the other really curvy, nasty looking trunk. In any event, I don't need this to be this tall. Not today, anyway. So I do like these. There's lots of, again, back budding on this. Probably just take it off altogether and I would just shoot back out from here. But I want to try and promote ramification right now, not necessarily big new branches. So I'm just gonna just clip this back as well. And then I'm gonna clip this one back to here. And then this one, again, same thing, just gonna clip it back to 2 leaves. Just following my usual 2 leaves process. Getting more ramification, more budding. And then the same thing with this one here, back to 2. Well, there you have it, everybody. That is the midsummer pruning of my Valley Live oak. Please hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already, if you found this to be useful. If you have thoughts about what to do as far as styling this tree or making modifications to it, please put your comments down below. I'd love to hear them. I'm open to suggestions on this particular one. If you have any questions or thoughts about anything else, please let me know. I'm happy to answer those questions as well. But there we go. And as always, have yourselves a wonderful day.